I cannot believe it, Trey.
What is it?
We made it.
We finally made it.
It's the freaking Super Bowl.
Super Bowl!
Who would have thought? Who would have thought these would be the teams? What is going on?
Dude, at the beginning of the season, I never would have guessed it would be these two.
Never, ever, ever in my life did I think I'd see the freaking Patriots and the Seahawks rematch in 2025. But here we are, guys. Welcome back to the Fan Feed Podcast. It's been 2 weeks, but we are back. And we've got to talk Super Bowl. We got to talk about those championship games almost 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. A lot has changed, and the football season ends this Sunday. It's sad. It's awesome. Everybody's going to have good food and hang out with friends and family. But, yeah, Trey, how are you feeling since last time we saw each other?
Since last time we saw each other, it's crazy because I was talking to one of our writers today about me being sick basically as soon as we ended the last podcast 2 weeks ago. Like as soon as that happened, like I started getting sick, and it wasn't until like this afternoon that I started to feel better. So, dude, that
so
new
insane.
flu that's going around is crazy. Like, it took down my wife, my 2 kids, and myself for like 2 straight weeks. It sucked. So I'm feeling great being back now, but yeah,
I can see the color in your eyes again.
Yeah. I know you're probably asking like football related questions. And we can get into that in a little bit, when we start talking about
we don't have to dive straight into the pain, and you'll probably be surprised at my responses when we talk about that. But yeah, anyway,
you'll be surprised at mine too, actually.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think you know what's going to come out of my mouth. We'll see.
Yeah. Bo Nix should be dropped from the team, and Jarrett Stidham should become the new starter.
Cut him now.
Did you know there were people on Twitter talking about that they were actually saying Jarrett Stidham should be the starter, and Bo Nix should?
Well, I don't believe it. I don't believe that there is a lack of stupidity out there.
Oh my gosh,
but
dude.
Yeah. Why? I mean,
that's one thing. We do this show for fans of all teams, of all shapes and sizes, all backgrounds and whatnot. But we're going to call a spade, and there are some dumb fans out there.
Man,
and we could be dumb fans too. I mean,
dude, I'm really
go
dumb
back
sometimes.
Go back through all the streams we've done this year, almost weekly, multiple times a week, and you will definitely hear me saying some things about, hey man, I think Aaron Rodgers might take us to the Super Bowl. Steelers look like a good playoff team, and then we just get walloped by the Texans.
We that intro that we used early for most of the season, that intro video that you and I had. One of the tickers going across on the TV, it says like, don't fact check us, and then immediately after that, please fact check us.
Because you do need to fact check us.
Yeah, we're definitely dumb sometimes, but that's what makes it fun being a fan.
It does make it fun.
Yeah,
we get to say what we want. We get to act in fits of outrage or fits of joy and excitement, and that's what being a fan is. If you don't have hope for even your crappy team, then what are you doing? It's just not fun.
That's one thing, like being a Broncos fan this year too, that was like kind of crazy. Is like so many people were complaining the entire time, and I'm like, dude, this is the best season we've had in 10 years.
Right.
And you guys are just complaining that the offense doesn't look like what you want it to. It's not going to be the 2013 Peyton Manning Broncos again. We might never see that from any team ever again. And I don't know. It's just like you gotta just like enjoy the moment and live for it. But yeah, that's why we're here for the Super Bowl, man. It's just so exciting to watch the entire season up until this Sunday, when somebody gets crowned the new champion. Which is incredible. I'm glad there's going to be a new Super Bowl winner this year.
Yeah, and not some of these teams that just keep showing back up in the Super Bowl. It feels very fresh. It's kind of fun. And even though I hate this, I think the thing I hate the most is that the Patriots had this dynasty for almost 20 years.
Yeah,
with Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and then they go into hiding for 7 years. They're a terrible team. And then all it takes is one quarterback that they draft, Drake May, and Mike Vrabel coming back, Josh McDaniels coming back, and already they're looking like a dynasty. This team is bad. It's not bad. It's a good team, but it's nowhere near to being rebuilt, and they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I was going to say, I don't think they're close to a dynasty yet. I think that they kind of like backed into a Super Bowl. Like I think earlier in the year they looked really good against some really bad teams, and then definitely in the playoffs Drake May, say what you will, he was like the fourth best quarterback in the playoffs, and he just happened to be playing the three other quarterbacks worse than him.
That were terrible. Yeah, they were all terrible. Like, I mean, Herbert. I mean, freaking Herbert is. I think Herbert's great. You like Herbert, and Herbert was terrible in that first game. Then they go and play Houston, and
was
it
also
was
busted. Like he had that he broken hand or whatever it was that was going on. And,
I mean, there were definitely reasons they played bad. I mean, both of their bookends on the O-line are out. You know, it's like they couldn't do anything. But then the CJ Stroud experiment, like that. Oh my gosh. I mean, that game has us questioning the future of Stroud with the team. It even has Stroud so down bad that he cut his dreads off. You see that?
I know, dude. It's like everyone he cut off was like $10 million that he was cutting. Cut off.
That's right. And then they luck into playing the Broncos without Bo Nix. And that's the big one because as much as I talked crap about the Broncos, I just didn't think that the Patriots were good enough to beat this Broncos team in that AFC Championship until we found out Bo Nix was out. And even then, we'll get into this shortly.
Yeah, we'll get into
the Broncos had chances. Anyway,
I will guys, I will say this. This is okay. So I was going to save this for a little bit later, but I will say the correct AFC team is representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm going to say. And as a Broncos fan, like, I can say so many things. I've seen it all over Twitter, and I've seen it all over Instagram, everywhere you can think of. But losers make excuses. Like, you still have to put a team out there. Everybody's dealing with injuries. You got to go out there and win. And the Patriots, as bad as they looked against all three of those teams, they're in the Super Bowl. They won, and so they deserve to be there. Like, they deserve
to be there.
Yeah, they deserve to be there. You beat the team in front of you. That's all it takes. So
yep. And we're gonna get into that game and the Seahawks Rams game here very shortly. Got some friends coming on today as per usual, but like I said, guys, it's been like 2 weeks since we've been live on here. It feels weird that we haven't had podcasts like multiple every week, but here we are. So welcome back. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, share us with your friends. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're active on all of those. You can also listen to us anywhere podcasts are streamed. And Trey and I are in talks currently about what the offseason will look like and what kind of things we may or may not want to cover. So we'll get back to you guys soon on that. But we definitely would love to hear suggestions. If anybody out there wants us to talk about certain things, we'd love to. But anyway, tonight, we're talking Super Bowl preview. We're going to go break down some of those championship games. Before we do, Trey, we're going to go and talk about the coaching carousel because holy crap, how much can change within
this could be a whole podcast by itself, just talking about it.
And I think that would be one of the first ones I think about after the Super Bowl's done is, breaking down these coaches and landing spots because we had, 10 teams, 9 or 10 teams?
10 teams,
10 teams that were without head coaches that have hired new head coaches. And 20, I think it's 21 teams will be coming into the 2026 with new offensive coordinators. It's just a huge shakeup this year. Makes it a ton of fun. Look at this guy, Mr. Jose Chavez. I miss you, boy. If you can hop on the pod tonight, you should. Just saying.
Hop in, buddy.
Jose says that the Broncos missing their best offensive player at the most important position. Pats won by 3. They need an asterisk next to the Super Bowl appearance. They have no chance against Seattle on Sunday. Definitely the asterisk. We keep getting drawn into this game, Trey. But the one thing I will say is like they played one good team throughout the whole regular season. And then they get into the playoffs and they've won. And I'm not going to knock them for winning. But to luck into that and play against Bo Nix-less Broncos offense, just so bad,
brutal.
So
it's brutal, and I think I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody, but to me, what it feels like is like I I don't know that Drake May is that good. I don't know. I mean, I know that's so weird to say because he's had like such an incredible year, but like he really has not looked good against any of the last 3 teams that he's played against.
Yes.
And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't get sucked in. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I'm actually in agreement with you.
Yeah.
Soothe yourself. What is up? How are you? Says thanks for a great season of great articles and podcast fun. You guys rock. Thank you so much for being here. We love hearing that you've enjoyed it. Because this is for fun, but it is nice to like see that other people are enjoying our fun with us.
Yeah.
And then Jose's on a flight right now. So Jose, just tell the pilot, hurry up, hop on that Wi-Fi. I don't care if the baby's crying in the background, I miss you, cuh. I do miss you.
Just hop on. Like that'd be our first time we
the bathroom.
On a podcast on an airplane.
That's right. Breaking news.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, I did want to go over some of these hires for some of these teams, and I'm just going to go through the teams that hired brand new head coaches. Let's keep it there.
Yeah.
And Trey, I just want you to give me a quick, that's a good hire, or I don't know about that hire. And if you want to give a little commentary, go ahead. But let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. They're one of the more recent teams to hire a new head coach. They hire Matt LaFleur's brother, Mr. Mike LaFleur, the offensive coordinator from the Rams. What do you think of this hire? Good or uninspiring or bad?
I don't know. You see like the Sean McVay tree, like breaking off and some having success. Kevin O'Connell, incredible coach. Zach Taylor, not a good coach. I don't know. I think this one remains to be seen. Matt LaFleur notably is a very average coach. If you ask me, I don't think he's doing anything really to like elevate his team. Maybe he's getting more out of Jordan Love than you should. I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. And I see you put a note here. I didn't even see this part, like the OC that they hired. This is what concerns me. So Arizona Cardinals.
I was hoping you'd see that.
yeah. Arizona Cardinals are hiring Nathaniel Hackett. Nobody should ever hire that man again.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? I mean, he's got his name all over like some of the most miserable teams in existence, and you're still hiring to run your offense. And my goodness, I mean, what did you think of Arthur Smith in Pittsburgh this year?
There was, I think he did pretty good with what he was given, but when it really mattered in the playoffs, we couldn't do anything. It was atrocious. And so he got fired, right? Then they fire him? Yeah.
Well, guess what? So where I'm going with this is that Nathaniel Hackett was so much worse with the same with the Jets and with Aaron Rodgers, so much worse of a coach than Arthur Smith was. And Nathaniel Hackett still has a job.
Maybe this is signaling an Aaron Rodgers appearance in Arizona, and the Steelers will be free forever. I don't know. Mike McCarthy's hiring all the old boys from Green Bay. Speaking of Mike McCarthy, let's talk about the Steelers hire. They hire head coach Mike McCarthy, 62 years old, I believe. One of the oldest coaches in this coaching cycle, took the year off last year. I'll speak on this one since I am a Steelers fan. Immediately, just rage and fury, because it's exactly what the owner said. Art Rooney II said he wanted to do was that they want to continue trying to win, and it didn't feel like they wanted to rebuild at all. And so if you want to win, you go and hire Mike McCarthy, who's like the offensive version of Mike Tomlin. I'm slowly warming up to it, but I'll just tell you right now, some of the coaches they've hired, it's really just like a Green Bay Packers like coaching reunion. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm going to wait until I see results before I get any excitement in there, because I was really hoping for some of these younger coordinators. We'll see, but I don't know. Trey, did you have any immediate thoughts on that hire?
No. I mean, I think you covered it well. Like, you being an actual Steelers fan, despite you wearing a JSN jersey right now.
Had to.
Man, I just think that, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say outside it. to me, it's not exciting. Like from an unbiased perspective, like it's not an exciting hire to bring on Mike McCarthy. He looked like such a good hire, for the Cowboys, especially after being with Aaron Rodgers for so long. When Aaron Rodgers was, he had 4 MVPs with Green Bay, but I mean, it seems like he was more so carried by Aaron Rodgers than vice versa.
100%.
I think he's a good coach. Like he's got winning seasons with Dallas too, but I don't know. It's just, we'll have to wait and see. Like that's not enough. Obviously, Mike Tomlin and Pittsburgh, they separated because having winning seasons isn't good enough. So
yeah. Well, and I think the scariest part to me is that they're touting him as this quarterback guru. Yeah. And really, if you look at his track record, he just inherited like pretty decent quarterbacks. And I think he's had good offenses. He's a good offensive play caller, and that's what he's going to do in Pittsburgh. So that part is exciting that we have an offensive-minded head coach. Yeah. It just always feels like the Steelers react like 6 years too late to the latest NFL trends. Yeah. Like we needed an offensive-minded, like heavy passing offensive coordinator like 5-6 years ago. And what do? They go and hire Arthur Smith and start running the ball all the time. Now the NFL has shifted back to running the ball, and Arthur Smith was bad at it. And you go and hire Mike McCarthy, who's like a great genius with like the passing game. So that's to me is the frustrating part. But let's move on before I get mad. We don't have to talk about the Giants. We don't have to talk about. I think we talked about the Titans hiring Saleh. No, I don't think we did.
We didn't.
Robert Saleh. Heading to Tennessee to be the new head coach over there for the Titans. He brings on Brian Daboll as OC and Gus Bradley, known commodity at defensive coordinator. I really like this for Cam Ward and some of those younger Tennessee guys. Yeah. But I don't know. What is your take on this?
This might be my favorite. Real quick. Yeah. We have Alex in the queue. I think he wants to. Let's bring him on and like ask him about.
Should we bring him in? Let's bring him in.
Just because he's here. Yeah. Hold on. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Alex Gast is our resident Vikings writer, but he writes about everybody actually. But he's a Vikings fan. What's up, Alex?
And
what's up, guys?
So he has so much experience as a Vikings fan that he's covering the Seahawks because Sam Darnold, and what the heck, dude? Like, does he have his best game ever? And like that's just got to sting as a Vikings fan, huh?
Yeah, I mean, even like the comments Jefferson had this week, where he's like, "Yeah, we definitely would have had a lot better season with him. Like, probably would have made the Super Bowl." It's like, you're telling every fan what they knew 5 weeks ago. So,
right, and we're gonna get into the Vikings because I do want to hear your comments on the new GM stuff going on, but. Yeah. Real quick, we're talking about the Titans. They just hired Robert Saleh, Brian Daboll, Gus Bradley. Trey and I both love this, but how do you feel about this for the Titans?
Yeah, I think Saleh is fine. I wish him and Daboll could be co-head coaches, honestly, because I'm a big Brian Daboll guy. I feel like he just didn't get a fair shake. Like he's a really good motivator. Just seems like a good guy. All the players seem to love him. So even for the Bills job, I thought he was going to get a good look there and just got passed on that. So. I like that hire for them more than Saleh almost.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Saleh is the same thing, just different side of the ball. Where Saleh was a great coach for what was it, the Jets? I can't remember. Was it Jets or Miami? It was Jets.
No, he's with the Jets. Yeah,
it was Jets.
Yeah. So
his head coach stint, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, his defense was so good. The minute they fired him, that defense immediately crumbled.
Yep.
And that's crazy. Like, had all the same players, and it just totally crumbled. So I really like this. And if to anybody who plays like dynasty fantasy football, or you're just looking into the early fantasy football stuff, I know it's still Super Bowl, but 2026 will be here soon. Cam Ward is going to be a guy that you want to invest in. For sure.
They're going all in on him this offseason. What I was going to say too, like I think this head coach OC combination is like my favorite hiring of the Black Monday, if you will. And dude, we talked about this. I don't know how what, 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, when we were talking about like potential head coach hires, and I said my favorite would have been Robert Saleh to the New York Giants. That's what I really wanted to see, him with Jackson Dart, and just really beef up that defense while he's over there. But this works too. Like this is the Titans seem like they're maybe a step or two behind the Giants, but they could very, very easily fight for that division. And as soon as next year, like I'm fully confident in that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Brian Daboll
is too early 2026 take. Go ahead, Trey. Way too early 2026 take.
I'm not going to make some 2026 takes
Titans to the Super Bowl.
In February before the Super Bowl. But dude, I love this. I really do. I think that they're going to be a good team next year, and I think the year after, they could be a force. I think
yes,
it'd be really, really exciting.
Yes,
I got some work to do this offseason for sure.
I was going to say, the more I think about this, the more I just get like so excited. Just because of how fiery, Alex, you brought this up already, how fiery Daboll is. And then you put on Saleh. And I don't know if you guys remember when they played when the Niners played the Jags this year, and Saleh accused Liam Cohen of stealing signals, and Cohen came up to him after the game. He's like, "Keep my name out of your mouth." And Saleh was ready to go, baby. Yeah. Saleh was ready to go. And the two of them being two different sides of the ball, being so fiery, this team is going to have some real like fire lit under their bellies. So anyway, that one I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
Baltimore goes and hires Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator from the Chargers. They bring in Declan Doyle, Mr. Ben Johnson's young prodigy, hopefully, for the Ravens. And then another guy who was very popular as a head coach candidate, Anthony Weaver at defensive coordinator. I got to tell you, it sucks sometimes being a Steelers fan, because this is the perfect – I love this coaching hire right here. Minter's like one of the ones that I'm maybe a little less on as the head coach. Wow. But I love Weaver. I love Declan Doyle. Like, I don't know. Alex, what do you think about these hires?
I'm personally not very high on it, just because you got rid of a historically good coaching staff to bring in like Jesse Minter. Like, there were so many names mixed into this, and you get rid of Harbaugh and most of his staff. I think they're fine hires. I'm probably not as hyped up about it as you are, Cam, though. You seem pretty excited for some of these guys coming in.
It's also just the thing of like your division rival gets guys that you're like, oh, these are pretty good coaches, and then they get all three of them. When meanwhile the Steelers are getting guys I've never heard of in my life outside of McCarthy.
Like Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, Brian Angelicio, which hopefully Alex knows who that is. Do you know who that is, Alex?
Who was it?
Sorry, Brian Angelicio. He's the new OC for the Steelers.
I've never heard that guy's name until right now.
He's he's a Vikings like tight end coach or something like that. I wouldn't expect you to know who the tight end coach is. We're fans. We're not experts. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Trey, what would you say about these hires?
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I also said I really think that Jesse Minter is going to be a good coach. We'll see if it's too early or not, but he was a really good defensive coordinator for the Chargers. So
very good.
It's hard to, I don't know. It's hard to tell like if these DCs are really going to do well. Again, Robert Saleh in his stint with the Jets, like he was a good coach, but the team was just really bad. This is like the complete opposite though. It's like he has a potential to be a really good head coach, and the team is really good. Like the team has so much potential to be really good. So all he has to do is not screw it up, and they should be on fire. This offseason, Cam, you and I talked about how we thought the Ravens could be like one of the best defenses in the league just because of what they did, who they went out and got, and their draft and everything about them. Like just everything on paper said they were going to be really good, and then they just turned out to be terrible. So I think their defense is really going to turn it around. Whether or not he's going to elevate Lamar and Derrick Henry, like that remains to be seen. But I'm hopeful. I think I'm a pretty optimistic person when it comes to like new hires. Like I just like everybody. I think I just like change. Like that's what it is. Is like, I mean, if people were getting fired, it's for a reason, right? It's because they were doing terrible. And so when you hire somebody else, it's because you think they're going to do better than the person who was previously in that position. So there's a reason for me being optimistic. I'm not normally optimistic about everything in football, but I like to see the head coaching changes.
Yeah, no, I'm very much with you. I just think you brought up a good point there that how much are they going to help elevate the offense? And that's going to be a lot on Declan Doyle, who is one of the younger coaches in the cycle. And he only had 1 year under Ben Johnson. Outside of that, like, did anybody know who Declan Doyle was like last year?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know that was a real person. So I got really sold on Anthony Weaver. As the Steelers were interviewing guys, Weaver was one that I saw and I was like, what? The Dolphins defensive coordinator? Dolphins defense is trash. The more I watched him, the more I was like, oh no, he's Mike Tomlin 2.0. And I love it. I want him, dude. I want him. Bring him on. And so unfortunately we didn't get him, but good hires, I think, for the Ravens. Good hires all the way around. We've talked Dolphins. They got Jeff Hafley. Let's talk Raiders. Raiders are set to sign Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks. Alex, as our stand-in Seahawks expert, what do you think of this hire?
Actually, as a Vikings expert, I do remember him being on our staff for a time too.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good hire for the Raiders, especially for who was left in the coaching cycle. That's probably the best offensive-minded guy. And you see with a lot of these teams, they have a trend of if they fire somebody who was like an old like defensive guy, they'll go for like a new wave offensive analyst kind of guy and vice versa. And so the Raiders really need that, especially when you go from Chip Kelly as your OC. He's going back to the now Ohio State rehabilitation clinic instead of the Alabama one. But
is he really going to Ohio State?
Or no, sorry, not Chip Kelly. I'm thinking of Arthur Smith. You got me
You're
confused
Arthur
on
Smith. I was about to say Arthur Smith and Chip Kelly in the same room. They're like couldn't be more opposite, but they're also the same.
No, Chip Kelly came out of that system though 2 years ago. So it was definitely time to move on from him. So I think Kubiak's 100%. Probably the best hire that they could have gotten at this stage.
Yeah. Trey, what do you think?
Yeah, I think what Alex said is exactly right. Like for who was left, that was probably the best hire. I don't think anybody wanted the Raiders job, and you saw that because a lot of people pulled out from that. Right. I just don't. I mean, when they say it's a black hole, it really is a black hole down there in Vegas. I just feel like that is the new team to go to if you want your coaching career to die. Right. I mean, you take a Hall of Fame coach in Pete Carroll, and you can't get more than 2 wins. So I don't know. It's not a very attractive team to come into. So I'm hopeful for Clint Kubiak, but I see a very similar thing to like Nathaniel Hackett, Broncos head coach.
Oh man! I couldn't disagree more.
This one, I'm not hopeful for. I just don't. There are way too many problems with the organization outside of the team, and I don't know. I don't know that Pete Carroll was, the main cause for all that stuff.
I don't know who was the one who brought Geno Smith in.
True. But the GM also signed
just so everybody knows
contract.
Just so everybody knows, this guy's a Broncos fan. So interdivisional, he's got some bias.
But this guy said Geno Smith was going to be like a top 10 quarterback this year. So
we scrubbed that. That's no longer on the internet.
It's on there.
So I'll say this. I love this hire just because I think Clint Kubiak was probably my favorite guy coming out of the cycle. He's got the historical record with his dad being such a good coach. He's been a good offensive-minded guy for a few years now. He's kind of worked his way up through the ranks. Now he gets a spot. He's going to go into Las Vegas. They have like over $100 million in cap space with the new adjusted salary cap. So they have a ton of money to go spend. Now they are probably going to lose Max Crosby. But Max Crosby's like 30 years old, on a team that's pretty much in a full rebuild. So that is what it is. You instantly walk in with Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty, and Kubiak loves his tight ends, loves his running backs. I mean, those two guys are going to eat, and they get the 101. And 101 will be Mr. Fernando Mendoza. And, as uninspiring maybe as Mendoza is, like he's kind of like an average prospect. Kubiak just took Darnold to the Super Bowl. And Darnold literally said that in some of the interviews this week that, with Kubiak helping him. And then he also mentioned Shanahan's assistance when he was in with the 49ers, just his ability to read defenses when under pressure. And both these coaches have helped. So I just think this is a knockout hire. Really excited to see who the Raiders go and hire. The hard part now is that they're going to have to hire a defensive coordinator. They're probably going to have to hire a lot of guys on the staff, and it's very late in the cycle. So, we'll see what happens there. Falcons. We didn't talk Falcons hiring. No. We got to do Bills. Bills fire Sean McDermott. What are they doing? And then, because they've been winning, but they can't get to the next, level. They can't get to the Super Bowl. And what do? You hire internally and go get Joe Brady. I hate this hire so much. But Alex, tell me how you feel about this.
I think Joe Brady was going to be a good NFL head coach when his time came up. And I still think he can be. But the timing for this, I would agree, is terrible. Terrible. Firing McDermott to go to him. Because you search through everybody else, including Phillip Rivers for some reason, fresh off his playing career. Again,
that was crazy.
And you're just like, I guess we'll hire this guy. I think he had to convince ownership to hire him instead of looking somewhere else, because they just had nowhere else to go. So the timing is terrible.
I agree. Trey, what do you think?
I think they had to hire Joe Brady. I think
they could have hired Daboll.
They could have, brought him back. Yeah. I think they needed to, because I think Joe Brady is like the one he's like the one bright spot in that offense, and I think that he really it was, you need to hire him as head coach or you're going to lose him. Like someone else is hiring him as a head coach. Right. So I think it's good for both of them just to kind of keep some continuity within the locker room, and we'll see. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about that.
To me, I just think it's a confusing hire because McDermott was always a defensive guy, and I think the defense played pretty well for what they had, minus their run defense. Their run defense has been pretty bad the last 2 years. The real problem for this team has been the offense, and mainly just surrounding Josh Allen with weapons. And there was that whole thing about the owner saying, it wasn't the coaches who hired or who wanted Keon Coleman. It was a owner's decision. And then it turned into, Joe Brady fell on his sword and said, I wanted him. And now, what are we doing right now? This offense, it's really, and this is the worst part, is that you have a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Arguably number one to some people.
Probably number one. I would say
probably number one.
Yeah.
And you're wasting precious years in his prime because you don't want to dish out money for receivers, and you think your system can do without stud receivers. I'm out, dude. I hate it. It's like hiring Matt Nagy. If the Chiefs got rid of Andy Reid, that'd be like hiring Matt Nagy, the guy that literally once he got in as OC, destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs offense. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on before I have a conniption. Atlanta Falcons go and hire head coach Kevin Stefanski from the Browns.
Yeah.
Alex, what do you think?
Great hire. I think that's all that really needs to be said about it. The guy's a former coach of the year for a reason. So definitely great hire. I think probably got the best deal of the coaching cycle. I think that's even better than Harbaugh to the Giants.
Really? I didn't realize that. That's awesome. Let's go. Trey?
Yeah, I love it too. The one good thing, two good things about Cleveland was Myles Garrett and Kevin Stefanski. I didn't think he should have been the fall guy. And I thought when they fired him, I don't know. I mean, Cam, you and I were sitting here like when they were firing everybody, and we were like, why is he fired, but Zach Taylor still has a job? Like everybody in the AFC North got fired except for the worst coach in the AFC North.
In the AFC North.
Yeah. And so, dude, it just didn't make any sense to me. I thought that was a really dumb firing. But good job for the Falcons for scooping him up. Yeah, I think that's gonna be really good for them. I didn't think Raheem Morris was a bad coach either. Kind of similar situation, but I do think that they are upgrading at that position of head coach.
The Browns are such a mess, and it's just so crazy how one organization can continue to be a mess year after year. I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad my dad had family in Pittsburgh rather than in Cleveland, so I wouldn't have to bear that cross for all my life. Yeah, I mean, Andrew Berry fires Stefanski. Stefanski's the main reason this team was any good the last 5 years. It's not thanks to Andrew Berry's drafting, because this man is not very good at drafting. You can say what you want about this year's draft. Oh, he got some good values and he traded down. It was very good. Dude, this team has been in the gutter for so long. Their defense has not been a problem, but their offense has always been a problem. And yeah, they move on from Stefanski. I just hate it. I hate it for the Browns, but I love it for the Falcons. Bijan Robinson is going. I mean, dude, I didn't think he could get much better after this past year. He is going to eat. It is going to be unbelievable.
So go draft Cam Ward. Go draft Bijan Robinson.
That's right. That's right. You better have the 101 because it's going to be Bijan. Moving on, we'll talk Cleveland since we're already trashing them. I think y'all heard the reports that Cleveland was giving exams to these coaches they were interviewing, 3-hour personality exams. They probably had them doing the Gallup test and the Strengths Finders, all these different things because they're an analytics-led organization. And I just want to apologize to all the analytics guys out there because that's not how you run an organization. If you want to learn about analytics, go look at Kevin O'Connell, go look at Sean McVay, go look at these other guys who are very good with analytics. Andrew Berry is a moron. They're about to lose their D coordinator because they basically promised him the head coaching position, and then they go and hire Todd freaking Monken.
God.
What do we? Oh, dude, I don't know. Alex, take it away because I'm gonna blow a lid.
Yeah, I mean, let's not dog Andrew Berry too much. He did draft 2 Pro Bowl QBs for this year's team. He drafted one and he signed another. So,
that's insane. That's insane.
He knows how to produce for the offense. But yeah, this is another one of those hires where it's kind of a take it or leave it. It's just kind of it's average, but nothing's going to save that organization right now. There's so many other problems.
Yeah, it doesn't move the needle for me at all. That's the kind of thing where I'm. Oh my gosh! Again, it's like they took a major step backwards for what reason? Literally for what? You just decide, you shot yourself in the foot, and then when you hired him, you shot your other foot. Oh my gosh! It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, I will say, he was the Ravens OC, right? In my remember correctly, yeah. So I will say, last year Lamar did get. I feel like he got screwed. He should have won the MVP last year because he had insane numbers, insane numbers. So that is part of it. Is where I can see a little glimmer of hope is maybe they were not looking at this year in a vacuum, but rather looking at last year. And so if there's any hope, that's what you look at is Lamar's past couple seasons prior to this one. So, but yeah, I don't. Again, I think they were dumb for firing Stefanski and just letting him get away.
Yeah,
but
yeah, so bad. So bad. I just love it. All right. Well, that's all the head coaches, at least that I have written down, unless I'm forgetting somebody.
Alex wanted to talk about new Packers DC, though.
New Packers DC. Oh, you got to fire.
Where do I begin? Because I think it's hilarious. I mean, you look at the video that came out about Jonathan Gannon, all these videos that keep coming out, and you watch him talking to, I think it was Rondale Moore.
Who here took the bus here?
Yeah, that one.
Who rode the subway?
They're all just what do we do with this guy? Everybody's staring at him. He's just one of the most awkward people, for a football team to lead a football team. When you think of leaders, it's not that guy. So I can't wait for Packers fans to maybe get a video of a meeting, or I hope the Packers are on Hard Knocks next season, because if you go into a team meeting and it's Matt LaFleur just giving like a super like disappointed face, like I don't really know what to do with you guys, and then you go, oh, okay, Jonathan, let's turn it over to you, and Jonathan's just there like, how many of you biked to practice today? And I just think that's a hilarious dynamic going on.
Do you have a fire in your gut? It's just insane. I will say, I think Gannon he's not head coach material. I totally agree. I think he is a good defensive coordinator. I think he's got some good schemes. But yeah, I just good for the Packers. But yeah, he's so uninspiring. What did he say to Rondale? It was like lightning, explosion, fast running, or something like that. It was so weird, like, dude.
Sound effects and how do I get out of here fast enough? Like, no wonder he left.
Yeah, no wonder Kyler Murray just gave up on football and started playing COD. Other coordinator signings that I really liked. Let's talk Mike McDaniel to the Chargers.
Yeah,
Trey, you talk about this one. I know you love this one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Love and
they had to do something on offense. They have Marion Hampton. They've got Justin Herbert, who could be like a top 5 quarterback, but just hasn't been. Now you have the Wizard. He's coming in and he's just gonna write up so many things. I'm scared. I mean, my early prediction is Chargers going to win the AFC West next year.
Woo.
And I think this is like, that's how good I think that this hiring is. And
wow,
look at me, like, like that's me saying that. Like, I'm just trying to be realistic about it. I think that was such a good hire for the Chargers. So good on them. Although, sticking in the AFC West, because there were 3 offensive coordinator changes there. Yep. What I've been saying a lot of this year is, if the Chiefs want to be relevant again, they need to go kiss and make up with Eric Bieniemy and bring that guy back. Man, I'm so glad that they did, because now they're going to be good again. I mean, I hate that they're going to be good again, but their offense is going to be good. It's going to be creative. They're going to have all sorts of things going their way. And for them, looking at in a vacuum, like if you want to single-handedly improve that team's offense, that's how you do it. And they were smart to go do that.
I love that hire, especially after spending a year with Ben Johnson over in Chicago with the enemy. I will never forget, I saw because I was very low on Kyle Monungai coming into the season. I thought he was just a god-awful prospect, not good, and there was footage in the offseason of Bieniemy coaching the running backs, because he was running backs coach for the Bears. And he was just digging into Monungai. But that's like his style of coaching, and it's worked really well. And you saw Monungai. I mean, dude, he looked awesome. I mean, there were times when it was like, get Swift off the field. Like, just give it to Monungai. I don't know. How do you feel about this hire, Alex?
Yeah, I like it for them. And let's not dog Kyle Monungai either. I mean, if you look at this guy's college stats, he was crazy. Only thing Rutgers ever had, probably the best thing in their program, maybe ever. But yeah, I really like the Bieniemy hire. I think it more depends on what they do this offseason in terms of who they're getting rid of on offense, because they have to make some cap cuts. But whatever he has left, I'm sure, they haven't had a ton around Mahomes other than Kelsey and Tyreek Hill for a little bit for like years now. So I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah, and I fully expect the Chiefs to kind of start swinging on some offensive players. And if I'm not mistaken, they have a top 10 pick this year. So there's guys like Jordan Tyson, Mekhi Lemon, Carnell Tate that could potentially fall to them. They could even get Jeremiah Love, depending on how high he goes. So there's some offensive firepower out there for the Chiefs to go and grab.
They're sitting at
the 9. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So number 9. Okay. Let's ask Trey this. I want to hear about the Broncos, because immediately, well, maybe not immediately, but it was like a few days after the game, Sean Payton fired the OC, and I can't remember, Joe Lombardi.
Yep.
Is that who it was? Yeah. Yep. They fired Joe Lombardi. And they bring on Davis Webb as the OC, presumably to keep him from leaving the team.
Right.
Is that what that was? Because other
Yeah.
people were saying, well, Sean Payton, this is him just being a tyrant and trying to pin the blame on somebody from the loss.
So, no, I mean, I think it can be twofold. I think both things can be correct. Like he's trying to put it on somebody. To me, when you're a 14-win team, a 15-win team, if you include the playoffs, and you fire your offensive, you make any changes, like it's always concerning because it's like, okay, what you guys did this year worked. And yes, you can always look for improvement, but it was kind of surprising that happened. But yes, I think that the firing was more so to keep Davis Webb in the building than it was to keep Lombardi in the building, because Davis Webb's only been coaching for 2 years. It's pretty crazy. Like he's only been coaching for 2 years, but he was getting head coach looks. Like it's crazy. Like Vegas, they interviewed him for the head coach and head coach position, and he thank God he pulled out. But yeah, so Ben DiNucci, you guys know who he is?
Ben DiNucci, go Dukes.
Yeah, so he actually put something out because he was in the Broncos quarterback room this year for a little bit, but in the playoffs, and he said that he believes that in order for him to not take a head coach job, he needs to have play calling, and so he thinks that Sean Payton is actually going to give up play calling and give it to Davis Webb altogether.
Wow.
Davis Webb did call the plays in the preseason last year. And I know it's preseason, but the Broncos were like blowing teams out. So I don't know, man. It's exciting. I'm glad that I would rather have Davis Webb than Joe Lombardi, because all signs point towards him being Bo Nix's guy. Like he's like that person in between Bo and Sean that can kind of talk to both of those guys and just kind of bridge that gap where it's a 25-year-old versus Sean Payton, that sort of thing. So so I'm excited about it. And if he does start calling plays, I'm really gonna be excited. But we might be sitting here next year talking about how he's getting a head coaching job somewhere else. But good for him. I'm sure he got a fat raise too. A fat raise.
Oh, had to. All right. Well, it's time to talk Seahawks Patriots real quick. Breaking news. I didn't see this, and I don't even know. Is this official? Is this the official Rookie of the Year award? Did y'all see who won Rookie of the Year?
No, I didn't see. Oh, because the award tonight.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, it's tonight.
Okay, so the Pepsi Rookie of the Year was Tyler Shuck. Congratulations, Mr. Tyler Shuck. 26 years old. They all said he couldn't do it. They all said he was garbage. And look at him. Him.
That's not the actual Rookie of the Year. That's the Pepsi Rookie of the Year.
Well, that's who the fans voted, and the fans are correct in this stance. Tyler Shuck, incredible talent. All right, let's talk Patriots, Seahawks first. We got to bring on Mr. Alex Percy. What is good, my guy?
How's it going, dude? I have no idea how we're here, but I cannot be happy. It's an amazing season for New England, for the Patriots. I don't even know what to say. I'm just excited to talk football. What a turnaround. Yeah. What a weird AFC Championship game with a blizzard and a slush and all that happening in about 5 minutes. But yeah.
What does it feel like talking to peasants from way up there on your throne?
Yeah, I mean, me and the Patriots fans, we're just so used to greatness that it felt bad to be knocked down from our pedestal for a couple of years. And now that we had to wait so long, 5 whole years of mediocrity. It's not like other NFL fans, they wouldn't understand, man.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it, man. 5 years is so long. It's like half a decade. That's, you think about it that way. No,
I've had to apologize to all my Jets fan friends this week. But yeah.
All 30 of the Cleveland Browns fans are just furious right now. All 30 of them. Incredible that the Patriots have made it.
What a year.
Let's real quick. We'll start. I want to talk about that Patriots Broncos game and just give me some highlights and things that stuck out to you. And I'll start with you, Alex. What stuck out to you in that game?
What stuck out to me is that we took care of the football when we had to. The week before and the week before that, everything was about Patriots. Turnovers, Drake May, turnovers. And when it mattered most in the AFC Championship game, we didn't turn the ball over once, despite the snow, despite the blizzard conditions, despite playing a defense that's one of the best in the NFL. We didn't turn the ball over, and that's all we had to do. Took care of the football, and we won the game.
Huge.
Yeah.
Alex Gast, what did you think about that game?
I mean, it wasn't anything too eventful, I don't think. Like, it didn't really show the Patriots still are that dominant. I mean, obviously, Drake May went and used his legs when he needed to, when it wasn't going to be a big passing game. But you play Jarrett Stidham. I mean, we hyped this guy up for 2 weeks or however long it was, and he's not a good quarterback.
First off, that was Trey and Jose's doing 100%. They changed their profile pictures on Twitter. They were going crazy about some Stiddy party. I don't know. I don't want to go to a Stiddy party.
Yeah. No, you're good. Like, Stiddy parties are good for a quarter.
That's right. Yeah. All right, Trey, what did you think about the game?
Yeah.
Our resident Broncos guy outside of Jose.
Oh, okay. A bunch of different things. Alex Percy, I know you weren't able to be on, but within the first 5 minutes of the show, I just want you to know, I said, and you can rewind, you can go back and listen. I said the correct team in the AFC is representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I said that because that's truly how it is. Like, you can only play who's in front of you. And I said this, I'll say it again. Everybody is dealing with injuries. Every team has to do it. Like, you can sit here all day and say if Bo Nix goes out there, like, he's going to drop 24 points or whatever. You can say, but that didn't happen. Like, that's not the game that was played. Like, we had to roll Jarrett Stidham out there. The Patriots did what they needed to do in order to beat the Broncos. It wasn't a lot, obviously. And I actually wasn't even upset. I wasn't upset at the calls, like the fumble in particular, that a lot of Broncos fans have their panties up in a wad saying it was a backwards pass. Like, I don't even agree with that. Like, I don't agree with that. Who was the defender that, like, hit his hands? Do you remember? It doesn't. It doesn't
Chase
really
on.
matter.
It might have
Chase on. It was probably Chase on.
Yeah. So
dude's a freak.
He did that, and he affected the trajectory of the ball by hitting Jarrett Stidham's hands. Jarrett Stidham also should have not been doing that. Like, that's the thing, is like, he hasn't.
Just take the sack.
Yeah, just take the sack, exactly. But I mean, you get a 12-yard, you get a 12-yard touchdown drive. Like, that's what it takes to beat this team. Like, all you have to do is score more than 7 points, and you can beat the team with the backup quarterback. So Patriots deserved it because they beat the Broncos. Like that, it is what it is. I'm glad we get to play you guys next year, and hopefully it'll be a much more level playing field. Hopefully it's not a blizzard, and hopefully we get to see Bo and Drake May just go toe to toe and drop 40 on each other. Like, that'd be incredible.
100%.
But, yes. But just to get that out there, like, the Patriots deserve to be in the Super Bowl. They beat everybody in the playoffs that they're supposed to. Congrats to you, Alex. I know it's been a long 5 years. You guys haven't won enough in your in your history.
Feels like it's been like 3 months.
The first, like I was saying, the first quarter was awesome. That bomb to Marvin Mims, I was like, here we go, it's on. And then that was like the only thing they did the entire game. But to Alex's point, I was going to say the exact opposite about the Broncos. Like, the Broncos had been taking away the ball like crazy the last few weeks before that, and all season long, like, that hadn't been the case. They had very few takeaways. And I was like, oh, this is their trajectory is going up. And I was like, this is going to be great. They're turning the ball over a ton. And then Patriots didn't turn it over a single time. And if they did, maybe that's the difference maker in the game. But sucky conditions. Like, both kickers missed field goals multiple times. And it's just, really ugly game, but better team came out on top. That's, it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah, first thing I'll say is, to all the people who are complaining about weather games, I don't get the complaints about weather games. I think weather games are like 100% a part of the game. Yeah. And like, both teams have to go through it.
Exactly.
Both teams come from colder climates. Exactly. Like, it snows in Denver a ton. It wasn't like, New England's the only snow team. So that I just think is dumb. But yeah, I mean, I thought Stidham actually didn't play terrible. He just made some boneheaded mistakes, and those mistakes were so costly in a game that is so tight. And I just didn't think Stidham got any help from his receivers in the first quarter. Cortland Sutton dropped a first down catch. And I think it was like the third quarter. Lil Jordan, my dog, he dropped a first down catch. There were a lot of drops that were very catchable passes that Broncos could have converted on, and who knows what this game would have looked like, but you can't take it away from Patriots. Patriots defense was the thing that really propelled them, because really, and this is the thing that I have to tip my hat so much to New England for, is the coaching, because you have a young quarterback. This is his first time in the playoffs, and everybody every year, and I'm one of them, talks about you got to have experience in the playoffs, and Drake doesn't have that until this year. And to be honest, he hasn't played that great. He hasn't really been the Drake May we've come to know. He's not been very good, but the defense has been playing lights out. And in this game specifically, you saw them get that lead. They went up 10-7. And from then on, it was like protect the football time. And they were just leaning on the defense. I mean, literally in the fourth quarter, there were multiple third downs where they were like, just don't make a dumb play. Drake, just roll out, run some clock, and throw it out of bounds.
Yeah.
And that might seem dumb, and that's, most NFL fans are going to be like, well, why aren't you even going to try? We got to score. It's all about scoring. This is a defensive game. It's about protecting the ball, not turning it over. They did exactly what they needed to do, and it is like just like Bill Bellyball back, 6 months ago when Belichick was the coach of the Patriots. It's playing very smart, very conservative, but, taking your shots when you can. And they did that. Drake May, he didn't do much through the air, but with his legs, crucial plays, scored the touchdown. There was another one that got them into field goal range that he made. I can't say enough about the Patriots. I do think that they are the team, the best team in the AFC to represent. But now we got to talk NFC, because we got the Seahawks. And they played the Rams, and this couldn't be any more different between these two games. You get the snow game, the weather game, the defensive struggle, and then you go over to Seattle, and it is just a fireworks show.
Yeah.
So Alex Gast, tell me about that game. What stood out to you? What impressed you the most, and stuff like that?
Yeah, when we had talked about it in the preview, I was thinking it was going to be a big game for Kenneth Walker, and he had a pretty good game, I think, too. But man, what a show by Darnold! I don't think anybody saw quite that much coming out of him in that big of a game. So hats off to Darnold for sure. I don't think he even would have done that with us in the playoffs. He finally got over that hump of whatever was holding him back, like nerves wise or whatever decisions he was making. It was out the window. There was virtually no mistakes in that game from him. So I don't know if he's going to repeat that again, but it was great to see. Definitely.
Like statistically, that was like his best game this year, the entire year, which
his best game of his career.
Yeah, maybe.
Considering the stakes and the stage that they're on. I'm sure he's had better. I'm sure he had some pretty lights out games with the Vikings during the regular season. This one, all the marbles, and he did it crazy.
Oh, wait. No, he did against Commanders. He did have a 4 touchdown game.
Okay.
Yeah, but still like having like one of the best games of, I think you're right. It was like the game of his career for sure. NFC Championship, just going crazy on the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah, and be in the NFL for what, 7 years now? 6-7 years,
dude. I swear it's been like 23.
It feels like forever, but to be in the NFL this long, to resurrect your career, go to the NFC playoffs with the Vikings. I can't remember. Did they lose in the second round of the playoffs that year? Second round, right?
No, we lost in the first round.
First round. Yeah, and he had that monkey on his back of seeing ghosts, and it started before the playoffs last year when they played the Lions, and it was all about he's seeing ghosts and all this stuff. To come back from all of that, I just don't think people understand how big of a deal that is. We see all the times these rookie quarterbacks coming in and having like a terrible year one, and then never recover, even though they're very talented. I can't say enough about Sam Darnold. I was doubting him I mean, I was a huge doubter on Darnold. And man, he crushed. Alex Percy, what did you take away from this game?
Yeah, I was watching the game hoping that whatever team played worse would win, and unfortunately that did not happen. I was also hoping that the teams would just like show, oh, they're not that good, and that also didn't happen because both teams played amazing. Like both offenses looked scary, both defenses still made plays, like the pass rush. Sam Darnold looked really great. He lived up to the moment, and at the end, I was hoping for the Rams to make that comeback after the silly stuff that Reek Woolen was up to in the fourth quarter. That was a pretty funny sequence. I think I tweeted out that might be like the worst 2 minutes for a cornerback ever, because holy cow, a taunting penalty and then immediately getting burned for a touchdown. Hilarious, but
incredible.
Yeah. So it was a scary game because I was just watching these teams like, man, these are two really, and I'm sure you guys saw the stuff, like it was the DVOA Bowl, like the best playoff matchup between two teams DVOA wise in the last 25 years or something. So incredible NFC championship game, two great teams. And I'm scared that we have to play one of them now.
Oh, it was fantastic.
So good.
I was just going to say real quick, because Lee right now is down in the queue. He's going to come on in a little bit and probably give us a Super Bowl take or something. But when we were talking about this game, he was like, Kenneth Walker is going to have to be the main running back. And we talked about it. He agreed. He was like, Kenneth Walker is definitely the best running back there. And I said, yeah, I think he's going to be good. And man, even though statistically maybe he didn't get a whole ton of yards, this was it was an air raid game. They threw the ball a ton, but that juke, did y'all see that one juke where he like ran up the middle and the DT had him dead to rights, or the middle linebacker had him dead to rights, and he just did like a little hezzy and juked the guy and had like 2 yards of space between them? I mean, Kenneth Walker, I've never seen him look so healthy. It was so sick. And very justifying to a guy who drafted him in the 3rd round of all my fantasy leagues. But anyway, was there anything else y'all took away from that game? No? Good? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Trey?
I mean, no, it was just like, what an incredible game. I was just sitting there, like, honestly, like I had the same thoughts as Alex. I was sitting there going, like, I'm glad the Broncos are not playing in the Super Bowl. If they did get past the Patriots, like, and I said this 2 weeks ago, I was like, I think they're going to get past the Patriots and get blown out by the Seahawks. Like, that's literally what I said, and I think that would happen. So I'm glad the Patriots are better equipped to handle the Seahawks this year than the Broncos would have been. So we're going to get the better Super Bowl of the alternatives. But yeah, great game, dude. That's an instant classic. And all of their games, all 3 of their games this year have been incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I was really excited to watch that one.
Oh man. All right. So now let's talk about the Super Bowl matchup, what everybody's been waiting for. I'll set it up for us, just kind of read the opening lines and stuff like that. So Seahawks currently are the favorites. They are 4.5 point favorites on the market. The over-under set at 45.5, so generally decent scoring game. So it's, in Santa Clara, 6:30. I did see something, and I'll try to find it. It was a tweet that I'd seen. But apparently all the Seahawks Patriots games since like the 90s have been decided by one score. Every single one that they've played.
Oh my God.
Which is an incredible run for two teams that are on two different sides of the NFL, two different conferences that don't play each other often. Man, this is setting up to be good. So Alex Percy, give me your instant thoughts, just your cold thoughts heading into the game. How are you feeling as a Patriots fan? Let me know.
I don't know what to feel because I'm seeing so many different things and I have so many conflicting thoughts. The first thought is that it's time for Drake May to actually pop off in the playoffs because I don't think he's going to have 4 bad performances in a row, even though some of the performances weren't all that bad in my opinion. But I think that he's going to have some big plays in this game and that it's going to be highlight reel. But I also think that the Patriots defense is just so good that it's not going to be a high scoring game. And I can't see this as a game that goes over 45.5. I see it being around, I think whatever team gets to 20 points wins this game. Not going to lie.
Really?
And
nice. Okay.
I see it being a lot of the ground game. who knows if Sam Darnold lives up to the moment. I saw a guy that I follow on Twitter put up a Sam Darnold trust meter where everybody can just every 5 minutes you can vote if you trust him more or less than where the meter's at. It's just like a little dial. And I can't wait to watch that during the game to see if, he throws an interception all the way back. Oh, touchdown. I'm just going to be watching that.
So
volatile. But, I mean, with him, you never know. They're going to lean on Kenneth Walker. I think the Patriots will lean on Ramondre Stevenson. And I think just it's going to be a close game the whole way through. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Yep. Alex Gast, tell me how you're feeling.
I'm feeling pretty good about the Seahawks. I mean, when you have Kenneth Walker having a decent performance like last week, it really takes the pressure off Darnold, and I think that's part of what helped kind of open up the field for him. So I expect him to do that again. This is his time. This is the biggest game he's going to play. All of them are going to play, obviously, because it's the Super Bowl. But I think that really helps open up their offense for sure. As long as Darnold doesn't turn over the ball, I don't see how they don't win.
Yep. Trey, opening thoughts for this game?
Yeah. I mean, I would just the realistic part of me would say that I lean pretty heavily towards Seattle in this game just because it's not really the Patriots. It's kind of like I can't get the 49ers game in the divisional round out of my head where Sam Darnold goes out there and he throws less than 150 yards, 0 touchdowns, and they win 41-6. It's absolutely incredible. Like the team is just stacked across the board. And they can beat you any kind of way. So in my mind, that specific game is sticking out, and I can just easily see like how the Seahawks just like dog walk the Patriots, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that 20 points, I think you're right, Alex. Like whoever gets there, probably like between like 20 and 24 points is like that's going to be the sweet spot, because the one thing about the Seahawks is that they put on a crazy fireworks show against the Rams last week, and they're not playing the same defense that the Rams have. Like we talked about for weeks how the Rams defense has been terrible. They started out decently this year, but they have not been good. I like Sam Darnold is not going to throw for 345 yards and 3 touchdowns again.
He might.
I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. It's gonna. I don't know. It's gonna be good. Like I'm excited to watch the game. I think it's somewhere in the middle of everything that I'm saying. Like where my concern is for the Patriots versus like where my confidence is for Seattle. Like it's definitely somewhere like in the middle of that. But I don't know. I'm truly just hoping for like a good Super Bowl. It's not like it has been in the past where. I hated the Seahawks when they blew us out of the Super Bowl, and I hated the Patriots for years because the Tom Brady and Peyton Manning thing, like that back and forth. But it's not like that anymore. Like I don't really hate either one of these teams. In fact, I like both of these teams a lot. Like I just like what they're doing in New England. I like what they're doing in Seattle, and I'm just really excited to see it. But if I'm like making a bet on it right now, if you guys are just asking me right now, I think I'm gonna take the Seahawks to win narrowly. That's what I would say, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So for me, when I first, it settled in that this was the game, it made sense for the Seahawks. I kind of, they were the team that I thought was going to win it in the NFC. And then in the AFC, it was just it was a toss up for me, really. So Patriots are a team that's kind of come on later that I've gotten more excited about now that they've, started winning. But what squares are going to hit? 7-3-0. Those are the high money ones. Any ones that end in 7-3-0-1. Yep. Yeah. Definitely hit those, Mr. Braden Hines. But it is all, a wash. You never know who's going to hit. But those are the favorites, I would say.
0-0
but anyway,
hit first quarter. 0-0 is going to hit first quarter.
Oh yeah.
So Yeah, he's gonna bet his house on 7. And tell him that we told you, right? We did not give out any financial advice here. Just to be
7's
clear.
the number of perfection, right? Isn't that the thing?
It is. All right. So anyway, I'll say this. Just my immediate thought is I think the Seahawks are going to win. That was my first thought. I just think they're a better team all the way around. The Patriots have been saying this all year, like that, and even fans. I will say a lot of respect. Braden has a serious mental issue. Please don't entertain him. No, Braden, bet your house on it, dude.
Yeah.
Don't take my financial advice. Bet your house on it, dude. 1,000%.
This is financial advice. Do it.
If you can take out an extra loan, I would do that.
Can you get another mortgage trade?
That's right. Gosh, I forgot where I was. I was going to say the Patriots fans. I have so much respect for Patriots fans because
you do
all year they've been sitting there saying, we're not there yet. We're playing really well, but we're a team that's not there yet. But here we are, and you're there. So I don't know. I think this game's going to be close. I will disagree, though, with what we've said about the low-scoring thing. I think it is going to be a high-scoring game. And the reason I say that is I don't think either team is going to find success on the ground. Patriots, dominant rush defense, especially with Milton Williams in there. Is Spillane playing, Alex?
Spillane's questionable. I think he's going to play, but he's
who knows how many quarters he'll get through.
The thing is, he's the biggest part of our run defense. So if he's not in, then there's a chance Walker just routes us.
Yeah. Well, and the Seahawks, to be fair, although they run the ball a ton, have not been an extremely effective running team. So I think they're going to have a hard time running the ball. I think the Patriots are going to have a hard time running the ball. This defense, this Seahawks defense has limited running backs so much all season. So I just think that what's going to happen is they're going to, try to ease both teams in. The offenses, the quarterbacks are going to ease them in, and then they're going to have to start launching it, especially when somebody scores. When somebody scores, that's when it's going to start going back and forth. I think it's going to be a classic. But anyway, I want to move into game plan stuff. So, like Alex gassed, I want to know, what do you think the Seahawks need to do to beat the Patriots in this game?
Yeah, I think, like I said before, relying on Kenneth Walker. I mean, even if it's going to be a tough rush defense, if you don't get the ground game established, then you're really relying pretty heavily on Sam Darnold. And then along with that too, the defense has to find a way, I think, to contain May's legs this week. That was a problem last week because of the snow, but that might be kind of a sneaky factor coming in because they're going to expect him to throw the ball, and that's something that the Seahawks have been, good at run defense this year. But is that something that's maybe a game changer? It could potentially be with how good they are in pass coverage. So I'd worry about that for sure.
Yeah. Alex, I know you have some things going on, so you might have to dip. So why don't you go ahead, give me your game plan, and then give me the story. What happens in this game? How does it end?
Right. I'm so tempted to go with an interception at the 1 yard line route, but I'm not going to. I think so. The keys for the Patriots: number one, put Gonzo on JSN. Gonzo, you might think he let up that play against Marvin Mims. He didn't. There was supposed to be safety help. Gonzo has been locked down throughout the season and throughout the playoffs. I trust him to cover JSN if I trust anybody to cover JSN. The rest of the defense can figure it out. Secondly, I think Drake May, you guys saw the final play of that game against the Broncos. Drake May changed the play call. Well, he didn't tell anybody, but he was going to run the bootleg, race him to the yard mark. Awesome call by him. That's a sign that you should let Drake May run the ball a little bit more. Call some designed runs for him. He had only 4 designed runs the entire regular season, and he still had 400 rush yards. So give Drake May some designed runs, let him run around, let him catch the defense off guard. And I think it's going to be close throughout. I think that this game is going to come down to the fourth quarter. I see it being tied something like 17-17, 13-all, and Drake May having to lead a drive down the field. Big passes to Matt Collins, Stephon Diggs coming up clutch. My pick for the game is that the Patriots defense holds on strong. It's going to be kind of similar to the game back in 2014 or 2015. The Patriots are going to lead a drive, leave about a minute and a half on the clock for the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to be up 3 or up 4 or something like that. They're going to drive down the field. We are going to create a turnover on defense. Sam Darnold's going to crack under pressure. He's not going to be able to lead a 2-minute drill. Patriots are going to win by less than the score. And Drake May is going to be a Super Bowl champion and Super Bowl MVP in his second year. And I might have died and gone to heaven because Patriots are going to win, and I'm going to be the happiest man alive.
Wow. Love it. Love it. Well, Alex, I know you got a dip. So love it, man.
I just have one
ahead.
question I want to ask, like just real quick on wide receivers before you leave, Alex. For both of you, well, all of you, who do you think is like more vital to the success of the team? Is it JSN or is it Stephon Diggs?
It's absolutely JSN.
JSN.
Because the Patriots, we've been lucky enough to have Mac Hollins step up big time in the moments, moments for first downs. And we have Kayshon Boutte, who's really come into his own this year. Mm-hmm. For the Seahawks, yes, they have Cooper Kupp, but he's been basically a non-factor. I mean, he had some good plays against the Rams, but JSN is their offense. If we can limit JSN, we can limit their whole offense, I think.
Well, and I asked that like primarily because I'm wondering, like, if you take JSN out of the picture, like I still feel like the Seahawks can still put up crazy points. And if you take Stephon Diggs out of the picture, like I'm wondering the same thing. And I'm not talking about like offensive points. I'm just talking like as a team as a whole. Like if you're saying whatever, because JSN is not like 30% of this team. Maybe I'm not asking the question correctly, but I'm just trying to see where you guys gauge like how much of an impact the single player has on that specific team.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Alex. It's 100% JSN. If you look at Diggs's like route participation throughout the year, he really hasn't been like the alpha. There's been games that he's been like the alpha guy, but the Patriots are kind of like that Joe Brady style offense, except they do it well, where they have a bunch of guys and they just know how to scheme certain guys open and not make it about one guy. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, if Diggs were just he was a no-show, I don't think it would really, bring the total down for me especially because they got Kyle Williams right behind him. You know what I mean? Like,
I think
y'all need to wake up.
Have an impact on the Patriots. If he was a no-show, it'd have an impact because I think his biggest impact on the team is his leadership. And the way he's been a leader for our team cannot be understated. So as long as he's there and he's in the stadium and he's on the sidelines, I think that he's given us the benefit. So as a player, as a leader, he has more impact than JSN. On the field, he's not going to.
Alex Gast, I know you want to say something.
I got to head out
I don't know
but
go ahead, Alex. First.
Good luck, Alex.
Good luck,
have
man.
A good rest of
Enjoy the
show.
Super Bowl, man.
Enjoy the Super Bowl. Yeah, and Drake May should be MVP tonight. He won't be, but Drake May for MVP. See y'all.
There you go. You guys heard it.
See it.
Well,
right, Alex, I know you wanted to say something.
Yeah, maybe a good thing he left for this comment because I wouldn't say Stephon Diggs is the shining example of leadership for a team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, I'd agree about JSN being more important for sure. Because your next target is an old Cooper Kupp or AJ Barner, and then
Rashid Shaheed.
He's in there too now.
Come on,
and he's a good weapon. But like when you started the year, like what were these teams' plans on offense? And I'm sure JSN was a huge plan for the Seahawks, and the Patriots are, Diggs was in there, but he wasn't necessarily expected to be as big as he's been for them this year because there was questions about if he was going to be good again after the Texans stint. So,
yeah, absolutely. Gosh,
I forgot he was with Houston for like, a cup of tea.
Yeah, a year. And then he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Alex, did you give your game plan? I don't know.
I gave kind of the rough idea of game plan. I didn't give projection yet, though.
That's right, you did. All right, so we'll save that. Trey, game plans for both teams. What do you think both teams need to do?
Yeah, I just think we talked about it a little bit earlier too, but I just don't think the Patriots. Well, I don't think Drake May has been playing like at an MVP level in the playoffs. But that's when you need your guys to step up, and Sam Darnold is doing that. He's the one stepping up in the playoffs and doing what he needs to do on the biggest stages. And we haven't seen Drake May do that. And I think if the Seahawks want to win, they just play their game that they played all year. They don't have to do much to limit him. You've seen, the last 3 games that the Patriots have played, just to limit Drake May. You do some design cover 4, cover 3 schemes, and you can, it's okay. It's easy. I mean, we just need 11 points to beat them last week with a backup quarterback, and we couldn't do it. But Seattle can put up 11 points. Like that's And I think they're comparable defense that than the Broncos had. I think the tape is out there for them to beat the Patriots, and I think the Seahawks will beat the Patriots and win the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be. I do think it's going to be like 24 to. Let's call it 16. Let's do that. 24-16. One score game, but it's
okay.
8-point game.
All right. Well,
or one score game, 8-point game.
All right. So for me, the game plan, like I said, the run defenses for both of these teams are so good. So to me, it's all about who's going to be the best passer. I think Drake May is going to have a harder time because the Seattle pass rush is a problem. And the New England Patriots O-line is a problem. It has been, pretty bad. You saw them against the Texans, and that was a closer game than the scoreboard shows, because that defense was just, lights out. But we see that the Seahawks defense can give up points and can give up quite a lot of points. Mm-hmm. So I think for Drake May, the big thing is, can you ease him into the game and just let him be Drake? And then can he, move the ball with his legs? Because that's like his secret weapon. And there's going to be times where everybody's covered downfield and the pass rush is closing in on him, and he's going to need to roll down the field and pick up first downs with his legs. I think he can do it, but that's going to be a big X factor for the Patriots, I think, in this game. On Seattle side, it's just, can they continue this offensive efficiency that they've been putting on the last 2 games? I mean, they scored like 40-something against the 49ers and then 31 against the Rams. Yeah. Both of those defenses nowhere near as good as the Patriots currently. But I still think the Patriots are kind of an overrated defense, and they got to play against CJ Buns Stroud and Jarrett Stidham.
And a busted Justin Herbert.
And a busted Justin Herbert with no offensive linemen, like literal farmers on the offensive line. And so this is a way taller task for the Patriots. And so to me, I think those are the keys. Can the Seahawks continue their offensive prowess, and can Drake May, really change the game, be that guy that they thought they were drafting at the number 2 spot? I believe he got picked number 2 overall. But anyway, all right, to wrap this up, we're going to give our quick 60-second, storyline. What happens? How does this game go? And who's winning? So, Alex Gast, I want you to go first.
Yeah, might have heard this one before, but I'm hoping at least for a reverse of the last Super Bowl that they played. So I think 28-24 again. I think this time the Seahawks take the lead late and force the Patriots to drive down the field. And just because I really want it to happen, I think he's got a good redemption arc story if he does. Tariq Woolen interception to end the game.
Come on, baby.
For Seattle.
And then he goes over and he just flips off Mike Vrabel. Throws it at him. All right, Trey, give us your breakdown.
Yeah, I think actually Seattle has a confirmed lead or a firm lead on the Patriots for most of the game. And I think the Patriots do get the ball back. Again, I said 24-16 is how it's going to end. They have 16 points. They're driving down the field. I think Drake actually crumbles in the clutch. We haven't seen him be very clutch this year in games where they're losing. And I think on the biggest stage, I think the nerves are too much for him. I've said this multiple times throughout the season, but Seattle's margin for victory is just so huge, or margin for error, I should say. Like they can make so many mistakes and still beat you. Like they can. They almost beat the Rams that first game when he threw 4 interceptions, and they still only lost by 2 points or something. Like it was absolutely unreal. I just think I think that's what's going to happen. I know this is longer than 60 seconds, but
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks. Every time I talk about it, the more I'm convinced Seahawks are gonna win this game.
Yeah. So I think that Seattle's just on such a miracle run right now. They're going to continue to roll. I think the Patriots are going to show up. They're going to be slow to start, especially offensively. I think their defense is going to hold their own for a little bit, but it is going to blow up, and JSN is going to turn the game into Seahawks favor. Rashid Shaheed. I expect some trick plays out of the Seahawks. You don't see a lot of trick plays from the Seahawks, but it's about time. And I could see a flea flicker launch it down the field to Rashid Shaheed. I mean, why else would you draft the guy except to just send him or trade for the guy than to just send him deep? So I think this game is going to end up. I'll say the final score is 31-20. I think the Seahawks are going to win this one. I will say this though. Because all year, this year, anytime one team, everybody like roots for them, it just makes the underdog so much stronger. And I think everybody's taking the Seahawks in this one. And so don't be shocked if I'm just absolutely full of crap and totally wrong, and the Patriots end up winning this one like 31-28. Just eking. If Borregales hits a game-winning field goal, like a 46-yarder, I mean, are we just witnessing the Patriots dynasty starting all over again? Like the
way too
Drake
early
May
for
clone.
Talks. Way too early for that.
I don't know. The Drake May being a Tom Brady clone talks might heat up in the offseason if that happens. So anyway, that's our Super Bowl takes. Now, I mean, we've got some guys who want to come on. Alex, what are you doing? You want to hang out? You want to dip? What do you want to do?
I can keep hanging out. Yeah.
Come on, baby. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. Let's bring them all on. Let's just have a party. So we're gonna bring on Lee, and we're gonna bring on Kendrick.
Everybody yell at the same
let's
time.
Have a party.
Make a lot of noise.
What's up, fellas? Right. Yeah. Everybody screaming your mic all at once.
What's up, fellas? Lee. I know you heard me shout you out. Do you want to defend yourself on the Kenneth Walker thing?
Oh, I mean, of course he was like the better running back. We all knew that all season. Yeah. But we hadn't seen it yet. Something to be worried about.
Yeah. And God, he looked healthy. I mean, that was just the one takeaway when I watched that game. Just, oh my gosh, he looks like Michigan State Kenneth Walker all over again.
He did. He really did.
Kendrick,
part of me was like, Charbonnet wasn't even injured. They were just like, okay, it's time to unleash him. It's the playoffs. Like, let's go.
They pulled him to the side. Hey, dude, that looks like a torn ACL. Really, it's not, coach. I can move it. I got full function. No,
zip it.
Not, son.
Zip it.
Sit down. And honestly, we don't have to go deep into this, but George Halani played in that game, the backup, the third string running back, and he looked better than Charbonnet. Yeah, Boise State. Come on, man. The original Ashton Genty. But yeah, Kendrick, haven't seen you in a minute, man, ever since we saw the Panthers fall, unfortunately. But, how you been?
Yeah, you didn't have to mention that, but it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
So, I mean,
you want me to talk about the Bulls?
Not at all.
Dang.
No,
you haven't seen him in a minute, and you're just dogging him for nothing.
I'm sorry. God. I'm sorry. I just saw him talk about it earlier. Just why are the Bulls trading everyone away?
But no, man, pretty good. Just living life day to day. That's all we can do.
Good. All right. Well, we invited you guys on to give us your hottest, spiciest takes for this game. So, Lee, why don't you just start us off? Give us your hottest, spiciest take for the Super Bowl.
All right, so I was looking at like the prop bets you can take. You know how they have the ridiculous ones for the Super Bowl only, like every year?
Yeah.
So there was one I saw, and it was like a first touchdown bet, and it's the over-under of the jersey number. So it was 11.5 was the over-under, like where the line was set, and it was minus on the like under. So I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like it looks like it's free money to do like the over, right? I go in like to do some of the research. Everybody that you would expect aside from tight ends and Sam Darnold is under. It's like JSN, K9, Drake May, like the starting 3 Pats receivers, Cooper Kupp,
Stephon Diggs,
they're all under 11.5.
Kayshon Boutte.
So I was like, yeah, all 3 of the like Diggs is number 8. Like you can't. I made a video about it. Hopefully that'll be uploaded soon, and I put it in there, and I was like, you need to stay away from this, but this is like the most ridiculous thing I could like find for like what you could possibly bet on. So I don't know. I think like you would have to take the under
on
if you're do it,
Henderson first touchdown. Easy. That's what's happening. All that money's going to go in.
But there's like you're betting on if you take the over, it would be like a pick 6, maybe like Shaheed.
Yeah.
Like either tight end Sam Darnold or like Jake
only
Bobo.
like 4 people who could get it. Like
it's gonna be AJ Barner push. It's happening. Like,
dude, that is crazy though. That I didn't know you can bet on stuff like that. I did see something. This is like kind of on topic, kind of off topic. I did see somebody was like betting on if JD Vance would say like say the word ass like in one of his speeches or something, and the dude won like $3,000 or something because he bet like $95 on it that he would say it. It was so weird, the things you can bet on, man.
You can bet on anything nowadays.
Yeah, literally anything.
You can literally bet right now first quarter to be 0-0 and second quarter to be 14-14, and that's plus 12,500. That's insane. Yeah. Or you can bet Seattle to throw an interception from the opponent's 1-yard line for plus 10,000. So
that's not happening. I'm gonna. There's no way. There was also a bet. It was like shortest touchdown, and the line was at 1.5. So I don't see it. There's no way it happens in the rematch.
It's over plus money.
I think it was close to even. It was pretty close to even odds.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hard one to bet.
Yeah.
Were there any Were there any of them that you were like, yeah, I got to take this?
Yeah, it was number of players to throw a pass in the game. The line set at 2.5, and I was thinking you have to take the over on that.
Yeah,
that's probably that. I'd say that's probably my hot take. You have to take the over on that.
The trick
it's
plays.
Plus money for the over.
Yeah.
And then like Cooper Kupp posted a picture on Instagram this week of him throwing a pass.
Yeah.
Like on his Instagram. So there could be trick plays. There could be like, God forbid, like there's an injury, they have to put somebody in, or like Kenny Pickett threw passes last year.
Yeah.
Like if it was a blowout, they might have to take Darnold or Mayo.
That's a great bet. That's a great one. I love that.
It would be an awesome sweat too. It would be really fun, really fun to watch.
Yeah. Hopefully it gets thrown out early.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'll say this: the props that I'm looking at right now, my favorite ones is Hunter Henry, his receiving yards and touchdowns. I think even to be a long shot MVP, Seattle's defense has been really bad against tight ends this year, which is pretty interesting. I remember when I was doing research about late in the season, and the Bengals were like obviously the worst by like 10 points worse than the next worst team. Seattle was number 2, and so. You got a young quarterback who, he's going to need somebody who he's leaning on. I think Diggs is going to have a good game too, so he's another guy you could look at. But Hunter Henry, man, he might be the guy. I don't know. Anybody else do any betting? Anything you all seen? It's okay if you stay away. You're smarter than the rest of us.
I haven't placed anything, but for sure that's going to happen.
Exactly. I'm saving the bets for about. I saved my bets for 625. That way, 5 minutes before,
exactly.
I just can't even
Normally,
think. It's like
your sports book will probably give you $5 for free, and then if you give you free money, you might as well bet it. Like there's no reason not to.
All right, so this is not. It can be a betting thing, but like kind of one of my hot takes for this is, I think the longest touchdown of this game is probably going to be like a 60+ yard touchdown.
Ooh, like I love that.
That's like one of my Super Bowl hot takes. I think it could be a kick return, it could be a punt return, it could just be a bomb to JSN. He just breaks away from Gonzo, he's Gonzo down the sideline. But yeah, I think that's I'm hoping anyways that is something that that we
think
see
you
on
can-
Sunday. We'll see.
Yeah, I
But
think you
if
can
you could
bet
bet on
that.
that, I'm sure you can find some odds on that.
You can. I saw the line for it was 36.5 last night, and I was like, maybe like also Kayshon Boutte is a deep threat. He's been a deep threat all year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Travion
it could happen
Henderson.
for sure.
Travion could break one.
Takes
Yep.
him to the crib.
Easy.
Yep. George Halani, which would win you a lot of money if you bet George Halani to break
It
off a
would.
60-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
I love that. I love coming in with the prop bets. Kendrick, come on, man. I knew you got something cooking in your head. What's your hot take for this game?
Yeah, so I was, watching you guys earlier before I came on, and Trey was talking about how, Sam Darnold not having a very good game for Seattle to blow out San Francisco like that, right? So I feel like on the biggest stage, Sam Darnold is going to go crazy, have like 300 plus passing yards, and as you mentioned, like a 30-yard bomb to JSN. So I feel like he's going to really just like have an amazing game. His first Super Bowl, man, like just go all out. You never know, this might be his last anyway, too. So
Right.
True.
Yeah, plus 300 yards passing for him is plus 470. That is crazy. The books have him probably throwing between 225 and 250. But I think that's totally reasonable. Like that's the thing. I think people are sleeping on Darnold, man. Alex, am I crazy?
I mean, no. I think people have been sleeping on him all season.
That's right.
Going back to last year, obviously, and he had the really bad game this year. And I even know some Seahawks fans who are most of the season been like, "Why do we have Sam Darnold? Why do we have Sam Darnold?"
Right.
I'm like, just give it time. Like,
Yeah.
it's part of the process with Sam. But no, I think he's underrated for sure.
What's going to be crazy is when he wins the Super Bowl, wins Super Bowl MVP, and then gets cut in the offseason. He's playing for like Atlanta next year. He takes him on a 14-win, a 14-game or a 14-win season. 3 back-to-back years. That'd be crazy. Don't know where Cam went, but that's all right. We'll come back to him. Did we ask you about a hot take? I can't remember.
No, we didn't.
All right.
So, I mean, who doesn't love the Gatorade color as a bet, right? But that's the one that comes to mind for me. I'm thinking probably orange for that. Kind of a neutral one between the two teams.
Okay. Okay.
But another one that I think is kind of funny, and I don't know if it's an official in any sports books or anything, but who's going to get a penalty first between Stephon Diggs and Tariq Woolen? I think that'd be a fun matchup to watch. Yeah. I think whoever is losing, I think whoever's losing definitely going to get the penalty for sure. Somebody's going to touch a ref or something, and something's going to go crazy.
Oh man,
what's the Gatorade color?
He said orange.
I'm thinking orange.
Oh, you said orange? Okay. I don't know. I think purple.
Purple. Bet money on that.
I'll bet money on that. Where can I bet that though?
It's probably plus odds.
Yeah,
It's gotta
probably
be plus odds.
Yeah, such an unusual Gatorade color. Nobody ever get. What is it? Grape? Is that grape colored?
Yeah, grape. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 100% the best color. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other like hot takes that I might have for this game. One thing that I hit on prior to, I think it was like probably 2 weeks ago. I think the Patriots rush defense is overrated. Even though I was saying earlier that I think that they got a top 5 rush defense. If I'm going to give my hot take, it's Kenneth Walker, like 100 yards and a touchdown. Because I think that this rush defense, if you look back at their last like 9 games, I think they've given up probably not last 9 games because the playoffs, but these running backs they played in the playoffs were terrible. But their last 9 games in the regular season, I think they gave up like 6 100-yard rushers, and they weren't all like good running backs. So yeah, that's one that I'm like, that would be a long shot bet. Who knows? Lee, do you have any other? Oh, Trey, you look like you were about to say something.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything Super Bowl related, so I can wait to ask that until we wrap this up.
All right, Lee. Do you have any other
I gotta say,
props you like?
Hand up on me, by the way. Been doubting Sam Darnold the whole time, but I gotta stick with him. I mean, he's proved me wrong week in and week out. So on me.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, Trey, you said something about offsetting penalties for that Reek Woolen and Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
What would happen if they had that as a bet and it offset? Would it push, or do you think they would go to the next one? There's gonna be another one.
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, who DraftKings or whoever, they just like, no, we're keeping your money. Like, we're gonna win this, whatever that is.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, they're not gonna let you win. Like, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. Yeah, they're definitely trying to keep your money.
Yeah. Yeah. So, are we still doing Super Bowl stuff, Cam?
We can do whatever you want, Trey.
All right, sweet. Because I wanted to ask all of you, all four of you, like, obviously we're not true fans of like any of the teams that are in the Super Bowl this year. What do you guys want? Like, one main thing, like what is your wish list for this offseason for your teams? Let's start with Kendrick.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I really want to hear what you want for the Panthers.
Honestly, I will want someone to help out Derek Brown on the defensive side.
Okay. Yeah.
Help with that, rush defense.
Yeah.
And just getting after the quarterback. And also a veteran tight end for us. Someone that can, help out, the future rookie of the year, Tet. Not Tyler Shaw.
Hey.
And Jalen Coker as well. So,
yeah,
I'll
like
definitely
Dallas Goedert. Yeah, like a Dallas Goedert would be sick.
Dallas Goedert would actually be awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Wait,
Alex,
when does the real quick? Is the awards thing tonight? Is that what y'all said?
Tonight. Yeah, it might be live now. Actually, I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead. Who's next? Alex?
I thought it was normally the Saturday before the Super Bowl, but it might be tonight.
Yeah,
NFL honors.
Yep.
Oh, it's today.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex, what do you want the Vikings to do?
Apparently sign a GM would be the first move. Wasn't expecting that.
We didn't even get to talk about this. How do you feel about Kwesi being gone?
Oh, I'm really happy he's gone. The timing just seems really weird. I think every fan would agree.
Follow-up question to that. Do you think there's any real fire to them trying to get George Paton or saying that they want George Paton to come back to fill that role? Do you think there's anything to that?
I mean, I'd love it. I don't see how he leaves the Broncos, though. I think we kind of missed our chance on hiring him when we moved on from Spielman because he had been in our system for forever. So, yeah, I think he'll stay in Denver. I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about it, like, as a Broncos fan, because he's still under contract. Like, he still has another year. It's just the first thing that came to mind when I heard that was he's got buddies over in Minnesota who are putting this out there so he can add some extra cheddar to this extension talks that they're in right now. That was the very first thing that I thought was just, they're trying to, get him to add an extra $10 million to his deal or whatever it is.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to, talk to you about that.
Yeah. The Kwesi thing. Let me ask this: what do you think was the final straw for like being done with him?
I mean, just because the timing was so weird. Either when he was at the Senior Bowl, he was like telling the owners, like, "I think I can turn this lineman into a tight end." Like, it had to be something like that, or it was the Darnold comments that he had about Darnold. Like, yeah, this is the kind of decision. Like, you stay up at night and think about this, but he's like, "I think we made the right decision." Like, very clearly, you did not. That was apparent to anybody this year.
You gotta own that.
I think that was the final straw.
Yeah, no, I think the J.J. McCarthy was the kiss of death for him, which stinks. He came in as everybody was very excited for him, and I think, like, especially early on, they were like, "Man, he's making a lot of moves. This is cool." And I think he did a pretty good job, but his draft history has been pretty rough. unfortunately. And that's where the analytics guys can go wrong, and I would consider myself more of an analytics guy than anything. But, you draft Ty Felton, because he's a speed demon, but it doesn't really translate to the field all the way. It's kind of a bummer. Brandon says, "What's up, yo guys?" What does he say? I was so hyped for JJ that I took him in fantasy. Yeah, I think there were a lot of people. He was one of the guys that I was like, everybody's like, it's a foregone conclusion that this guy's going to be good, and we just haven't seen it yet. And those are the guys I tend to stay away from, especially in fantasy. When
if you double dipped on him, what if you double dipped on him and Justin Jefferson?
You could do that. You could draft JJ McCarthy just the next round. Draft Sam Darnold.
Yeah, true.
Your security blanket.
Yeah. Wait, Cam, I didn't hear from you. What do you want Pittsburgh to do this offseason?
I want a brand new
one
head
item
coach.
on your wish list.
I want a brand new head coach, baby. Let's go.
You got your head coach.
It'll be the first time ever somebody gets fired before even touching the field. Let's go.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, the obvious thing for Pittsburgh is a franchise quarterback. I don't see any path in which that happens this year, unfortunately. So that's my unrealistic wish, but it's a wish. That's the whole point. I think I would love to see us go and draft and sign receiver. Draft a receiver in the first round, one of these, top 3, top 4 guys. Hopefully top 3, even trade up and get one of these top 3 guys, because I think the top 3 are very good between Jordan Tyson. Mekhi Lemon is that dude. That guy is going to be good. And then who's the other guy? Carnell Tate. I think all those guys are good.
Yeah.
Next is Denzel Boston, and there's one other guy that I can't think of. But if you could trade up into the top 15 and get one of those receivers, do it. And then sign somebody. And I don't know who the free agent running or receivers are. I'd be willing to bet there's somebody pretty tasty out there.
I feel like Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin would be awesome. I love Chris Godwin. Mike Evans is a free agent. Come on, dog. George Pickens is a free agent. Let's go. We got our number 1. Brandon is in the chat right now. He says, do I think the Steelers are running him back with Rodgers? Unfortunately, all signs are pointing that way. It will end up being Rodgers' decision, but they've drafted all of his best buddies from Green Bay. So I could definitely see him coming back, which makes me want to just scream. Unless we can draft a decent young quarterback like Trinidad Chambliss. If he comes into the draft out of Ole Miss, I'd be willing to take a swing on him. And then Brandon Ayuk, 100%, I'd be willing to go in on Brandon Ayuk. Especially right now, you could probably get him really cheap. He is not going to demand a lot of money on the market because of his attitude issues, not playing for good Lord, it's been 3 years. Dude makes it to training camp and then gets hurt. He's one I love. Alec Pierce is another guy that's a decent dude. So there's some good players out there that I think the Steelers could go get, but I want to see this offense be revolutionized. If we got McCarthy, it better be air raid, high flying offense like we had with Bruce Arians back, in the Ben days. Mm-hmm. So anyway, Lee, did you do your wish list?
Yeah, I was saving you for last on purposely. I just want to hear. I feel like a lot of Cowboys takes are wild. So,
yeah. Well, first of all, I got a couple things for you.
Okay.
Have fun with McCarthy. That's going to be super awesome for you guys. Speaking from experience. Second,
are you being facetious or are you being serious?
I'm being very sarcastic. That's not going to be fun. George Pickens is not going anywhere. Everybody's trying to recruit it. Micah Parsons at the Pro Bowl is driving around on a scooter trying to get him. He's not going anywhere.
Bring him home.
They're going to throw the kitchen sink at him. He's going to sign. It's not going to be a problem. We already took care of getting rid of Matt Eberflus, so now we bring in Christian Parker. I really like the way that he's he's never been in DC before, but I think he's going to do really well. I mean, anything is an upgrade at this point. I hope he just does pretty decent. But I actually have pretty high hopes for him. I think he's going to be really cool with all the, he's from the Fangio tree. So we're going to do a lot of cool stuff with the defensive fronts.
He used to be in Denver.
He's really good with secondary.
It sucked when we lost Christian Parker like a few years ago. And he was back then he was just like an assistant defensive backs coach or something. Like he wasn't but still it like sucked. Like as a Broncos fan, we were like, we don't want to lose this guy because he's an up and coming, he's an up and coming star. But that's awesome, dude. I'm glad you guys have him.
Yeah, me too. I mean, unproven for sure, but he's done really well as pass game coordinator and assistants and, all that stuff. Then we got 2 first-round picks and then a 4th-round pick. We don't have a 2nd or a 3rd. So, I mean, the dream would be to get – I mean, if Caleb Downs could fall to 12, unlikely. I don't think it's going to happen, but I've seen it in mocks.
Best player in the draft.
I think maybe Mansour Delane, the corner out of LSU, that would probably be the most realistic, really good pick. And then – I mean, if they want to take a tackle in the at 20, I wouldn't hate that if we cut Terrence Steele. But also, even if you cut Terrence Steele, if we have somebody we can kick out the tackle, that'd be great. And then we have a bunch of guards that are at least serviceable. So we can put Tyler Smith out at tackle, that'd be great. And then we could maybe get an edge rusher or something. But we definitely need to go defense heavy because our defense stinks.
Yeah,
but I got really high
Diggs out there.
How would you feel about Ruben Bain if he were to drop?
I mean, I'd love it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
The only reason he may drop is because he's got short arms. He got short arms.
Yeah,
you got 2 firsts too. You could just package them and trade up.
I mean, I don't. It's not worth it. That wouldn't be worth. We need so much help on defense. That
would you trade 2 first-round picks for prime Micah Parsons?
No.
For prime Michael Parsons?
If we have to pay him and we have to pay Pickens.
No. I'm not saying actual Micah Parsons. I'm saying
I'm kind of liking where we're at right now.
If you could get Micah Parsons in his prime for only the price of 2 first-round picks, the 12th pick and then whatever the second one is for you guys. What is it? 24, 25?
20.
Probably 20-something. 20?
Yeah,
so 12 and 20, trade up to a top 5 pick and get Ruben Bain. Would you do that?
Probably not. We need help at all 3 levels of defense.
I'd do it.
Dude, you're
selling, they start calling me
selling the farm to do that.
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
You're selling the whole farm for a single horse that may not even produce.
That may have short arms.
Horse that has short arms. Yeah, but did you see him in the championship game? That dude is unreal. He's gonna be so good.
Oh yeah, he's nice. Don't get me wrong. Somebody's gonna love having him. I don't think he's falling to 12.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's worth trading up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, we gotta hear what do you want for the Broncos, Trey?
Oh, easy. And I'm glad Alex is here for this because I want to trade whatever it takes to get Justin Jefferson. That's my offseason wish list, man. Anything. Trade anything. Trade a first-round pick and Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin. Trade them all. Give me JJ. I'll do anything for that. It's very apparent Bo just needs he needs like a true alpha wide receiver. Cortland Sutton is good. He is our wide receiver 1, but he's not like one of these top 5 guys. And I really, really want that, man. I think that it just opens up so much more. And RJ Harvey would go crazy and Justin Jefferson. And if you can keep Cortland Sutton at the same time, oh my gosh, dude.
Oh yeah, baby.
The next 3 Super Bowls.
Let me tell y'all a little story real quick. Y'all got a second for a quick story? So
I gotta go.
All right. See you, Trey. I'll just bump you off real quick. No, I'm just kidding. When Trey, me and Trey have known of each other. I don't think we've really ever met before last year. And I was at a birthday party and he also happened to be there. And so me and him started talking. We were like, oh, dude, yeah, this person. Yeah. Okay, we know each other. And we started talking about football. And Trey was telling me about this fan feed thing that he was starting to build up. I was like, yeah, I know a little bit about football, and it was right, I think, before the draft. And I was telling him, I was like, who's your team? He's Broncos. I was like, who do you want to draft? And we were talking about that. And I said, really, who y'all should get? Luther Burden. Luther Burden would be that guy. And Trey was like, who's Luther Burden? I haven't heard of him. Like, we do need a receiver. Like, that'd be pretty good. And I was like, yeah, dude, you need Luther Burden. Fast forward to today. Trey, what would you have done for the Broncos to take Luther Burden at 21? 21? 23?
We were at 20.
20.
I don't know. It remains to be seen. Like Jahdae Barron, he's been okay. But you can't. I don't know. You got to let him. What's the face for?
Remains to be seen.
Yeah, it remains to be seen. He's fine. Like he had an okay rookie
We've seen
season.
Luther.
I'm saying it remains to be seen because we got Jahdae Barron and you don't, dude. Like on a scale of like where NFL players are, like cornerback is way more. It's way more valuable than wide receiver. Like way more valuable.
Yeah.
And so.
I wouldn't agree with that, actually.
What are you talking about? Okay.
Disagree.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, hold on. Show of hands. Hold on. Show of hands from the group. Who thinks wide receiver is more valuable? Raise your hand. Who thinks corner is more valuable?
Contextual.
Thank you.
No. Not contextual, bro. Not contextual, bro. It's one of
the three most important positions on a football team is quarterback, one, it's corner, and it's edge. Those are the three most important. I don't know why you're saying that. Like those are because the edge because it takes out the quarterback, the corner because he can lock down an entire half of a field. Like we got Pat Surtain, dude. He locks down an entire half of a field by himself. Anyways, so
you already had Pat Surtain though. That's the thing. You needed a receiver.
Yeah,
you got Pat Surtain and Riley Moss. You love Riley.
You just have a bad relationship with corners out in Pittsburgh. So I
just
get
think of how sick Luther Burden would be.
Anyways,
we got JPJ. He's better than Pat Surtain.
Oh,
at least he was the last half of the season.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm saying it remains to be seen, not because of Luther Burden, but because if Jahdae Barron turns out to be a smash hit, like let's say he moves into like this starting role next year or the year after or whatever, and he's just also locking it down, then I would still rather have that than a Luther Burden. Luther Burden is good, but he's not like, I don't know.
He would have to replace either Riley Moss or Traquan McMillan.
Yeah. And it would be,
and I know you like both of those guys.
Yeah, I love both of those guys. But when one goes down, you need some, and you're always going to get hurt at corner. Every team has a hurt corner at least once a year.
If Luther played receiver for you guys, he'd be your number one instantly. That's the difference. Today's battling for the number 3 corner spot.
Okay,
Luther's battling for number 1.
In 2024, when we had a corner go down and we rolled out, oh my gosh, what's his name? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. And Jerry Jeudy had like 300 yards on us. Like it's very apparent what happened.
Jerry Judy's very good.
Jerry Jeudy is very mid. He's such a mid receiver.
I'm talking about. I'm kidding. I'm rage baiting.
Anyways, this is what I'm talking about. You would probably rather have Jerry Jeudy than Jahdae Barron. And
no, absolutely not.
But
I would rather have Luther Burden.
Okay, well,
I would rather have Luther Burden than Riley Moss. 1,000 million%.
Crazy. Riley Moss would be like your number one.
Would you rather have
corner by a wide margin on your team?
How can I compare this? Would you rather have Jamar Chase light? Let's say Jamar Chase with a bad ankle.
You were giving him way too much credit. What are you doing here? This is crazy.
I don't
somebody
know.
Back me up, please, because this man is psychotic.
Kendrick, who would you rather have, Luther Burden or Jahdae Barron? I'm waiting on Kendrick. I want to know what he thinks.
Slightly Luther.
Come on.
Slightly.
Okay.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Have you ever seen a play by Jahdae Barron? I haven't.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I saw him play for Alabama, but I haven't seen him play for Denver.
That's because we got good corners. I know you don't know what that
Right,
looks
that's what I'm saying. You have good corners, but you had little Jordan Humphrey on the field.
Yes.
Would you rather have little Jordan Humphrey or Luther Burden? Come on, bro. You could have had it.
Dude. Yeah, okay, but when Riley Moss went down, or Pat Surtain, look at this. When Pat Surtain got injured for 3 games, what happens? You just move your next corner up, and guess what? We won all 3 of those games when he was out.
Yeah, on the back of Bo Nix.
Because what?
On the back of Bo Nix. Bo Nix
sure,
won those
on the
games.
back of Bo Nix, but at the same time, like you still. Oh my god!
Look!
Cam
all I know
baits.
is I have a bad relationship
baits,
with corners. As a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, we had Ike Taylor for like 10 years, and he's the worst corner to ever step foot on the football field. And we won 2 Super Bowls with him. So,
yeah. Well, maybe if you had better corners, you would have won 3.
Maybe if you had Jamar Chase Light, Jarrett Stidham might be something right now.
Jared Stidham couldn't get out of the. He couldn't get out of their way.
Oh no.
Anyways,
all right. Does anybody else have anything they want to bring up? We can talk about anything. Any questions? We're kind of open. This is fun.
Have any of y'all been keeping up with the NBA trade deadline?
Kendrick has.
It's been wild. Sorry, touchy subject.
Go ahead, Kendrick. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's I've been keeping up. I'm a Bulls fan. I've been a fan since 2011, so kind of very invested, emotionally and just like ready for this team to turn it around. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a big fan of Kobe White. He's actually from my hometown, so I'm a
really
huge follower of him. And it's good to see him come home. Charlotte, but
yeah,
I didn't want him to leave my team though. But so I mean, we're definitely in the rebuild stage, but it's gonna take even longer now. So
was that massive trade? I don't really pay attention to the NBA, but I saw one of them, like somebody sent. Was it the Wizards? The Wizards sent like their whole team or something, like the entire team to somebody else.
They traded for Anthony Davis. It was a pretty big trade. Like there was a lot of moving parts to it.
I saw something like it was something crazy, like 4 players and like 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks or something. Like it was this massive trade package. Like Adam Schefter put it out, I think, actually.
It looked big, but it wasn't really that big. Like they didn't move a lot of their like. Also, the Wizards aren't that good, so like they're really like it kind of doesn't really work out. I don't know. I'm really happy. I'm a Thunder fan. I've been a Thunder fan since before KD left, and we ended up getting Jared McCain. And oh my God, this is like those TikToks they're gonna post are gonna be ridiculous. But I'm so happy for it. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
What's the Pelicans done? That's my team. Anything?
Have they done anything?
All right.
No, if I've even.
They haven't done anything since they've become a team. So except for trade away all their good players.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't really follow a whole lot of NBA. So
Gotcha.
But yeah, I did see a lot of those trades, and I saw the results. I saw James Harden now going to Cleveland, which has he just played on every NBA team at this point? Like,
pretty much.
It's like 7 or 8 at this point.
I think he just needs to finish it out in New Orleans.
I mean, I guess
Wouldn't be bad.
It'll probably be, in a year and a half, he'll probably be out of Cleveland. So.
Yeah.
Can never count him out.
That's about how it goes.
I don't know if you guys know, but Alex, you played basketball, right?
I used to, here at college.
Yeah. Aren't you like 6'5" or something?
I am. If you want me to stand up for the pod, I am 6'7", actually.
6'7", yeah.
Dude, 6'7",
so tall, dude. I mean,
that's
I can't really tell.
Golly.
Yeah. Crazy.
Last thing I'll say, and then we'll probably wrap it up and head out. and March Madness is coming up, and I haven't filled out a bracket. I don't even think it's close yet to actually fill out a bracket. But I did see a highlight from Florida. They had this guy who's 7'9", like a freshman. 7'9" is insane. Like,
I forget the guy's name, but I've seen a clip of him before.
Is he good?
Is he playing now?
It must have been the end of a blowout. Like, I think he got some minutes at the end of the game.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say there was something like that they picked him up, but he like never played or something. It was ridiculous. But yeah, no, that guy's enormous.
Dunk the ball without even like leaving his feet. Just put it in.
Like, that's like Guinness Book of World Records, like big. Like, I know 8'11" is like the biggest person ever. And that poor guy, like, I mean, what is life at that point?
Yeah.
It's just too tall. But anyway,
it's gotta be so annoying, like everybody coming up to you, oh wow, you're so tall. Like you don't know that already. Like but like every day of your life. Like, well, Alex, does that happen to you? People come up to you and I'm
yeah, you should go into a concert or like any public event experience is it's kind of like you're in a zoo and you're one of the giraffes and everybody's like looking up and being like, how'd you get to that height? And it's just like, I don't know, how'd you get so short? But no.
Maybe you're 6'1", get your numbers up. Come on, bro. 6'1", above average. Oh man. All right, well, fellas, hey, thanks for coming on and just hanging out with us. This was fun. We just got to have some chill time. But yeah, Super Bowl is this Sunday, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. Channel. Make sure you like the video, share it with your friends, and make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and listen to us on the podcast. But enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. Remember, all of our financial advice is not real advice, but we may hit on some props. So don't be afraid to hit some of these props. But with that, guys, we will see you next time. And with that, we're out. See you later.